Hello, everybody, and welcome to another
is the
episode
best.
of Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. And remember that this show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed. Now on with the show. I am one of your hosts, the 2034 Stanley Cup champion Waba Plays, alongside the number one dad, Court.
You know that it's a video game, so like you didn't win anything.
You're
You're still kind of like you didn't even open your Bedard packs. You're a little bit of a loser.
I won and
Jeez.
I won
Jeez.
and
Court coming for
I
the
won.
throat.
I was more excited about me winning the fake 2034 Stanley Cup. I think I screamed more than I did for when the Celtics won the real championship.
If NHL actually doesn't try and like steal my money like they do every year, and they bring out a game that is like I just want like a halfway point of what they do on MLB The Show, then I'll be totally happy. But whatever. Oh, and speaking of the show, PlayStation Canada sent me the Placata pack, which gave me the Placata noise, and it gave me a free Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in MLB The Show.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
VJ Jur.
You know how they have like
Or
the
VG
stuff
Jr.
for the US Pez, and like in the New York area, you got the Cortez and all that. So this is the one for the Jays.
Here we go. The Jays. The other voice you hear is the 2024 basketball champion, the Pez.
Hi everyone, how you doing? What Waba didn't tell you was that during his Stanley Cup celebration, their jerseys had no logos on them. Shout out to EA.
Dude, that's so
Not only that, you cannot choose who you want to give the Stanley Cup to. So his fourth line player was the second person to take the Stanley Cup.
I didn't even know his
his
name.
name, the Minuteman, was like banned because
So it was banned last year, not this year.
So why was it banned? Is it because some Gen Zer like took offense to something and they're
I think
like,
because
"Oh,
it is
someone's
it
offended
is
me."
I think it's because it is a reference
To jerking off?
to
I don't think it is.
No, earmuffs are needed.
I didn't say anything swears.
So okay, let me tell you. So okay, we're gonna start with a rant about this nonsense. So last year,
Please do.
I am always the Minuteman, and which is
Well,
it's
and
used
your wife
by,
would confirm that.
no,
Oh
it's
my
used
God,
by
Court
UMass.
Dude, is this
This is
2003
the one
because
that
Court
gets
is
us an AO
dropping
rating.
bombs right now?
This is what gets us the AO rating. No, so it's used by UMass Amherst, which is a huge college in Massachusetts. And so I use it because I like history, specifically like colonial Boston history, and two, it's kind of an homage to a local, more or less, team.
Amish? It's an Amish.
Homage.
Homage,
You said,
if you
said
will.
Amish.
Amish.
I believe homage is Japanese for Amish.
Fair. So
He
all of a
definitely
sudden,
said Amish.
one day, I got told that the Minutemen was considered incorrect. I need to find what it was. I mean, I don't know if it was like sexual graphic. I don't know if it was a hate speech or whatever. I don't know what the reason was, but you can report people, and I guess their stupid, dumb, bungus filter doesn't go to a manual review. Literally, it's like people are getting banned for stuff that luckily I didn't get banned. I just got my name taken away. You want to know what's messed up about that? Is because when I was considered active in the EA Game Changer program, they asked me, you need a name and you need a team name, and we will put both in the game. What do you think they're put in the game? You can be the Minutemen as voiced by the actual voice of the game. But for whatever reason, I can't type that out into words.
Nope.
If you want to get me on violence, guess what? You have to rename the Blue Jackets. You have to rename like the Admirals. You have to rename North Bay Battalion.
The Black Hawks.
There are so many there are so many references to military there, so you can't do that. If you think it's something lewd, guess what? It's not. That's on you. That's them self-reporting. That's on you, and that's on God.
Dude, Pez,
So
you want to hear something crazy? Because he's
me.
going on a rant here. Because that's all about like people taking offense. Do you know what the new thing to do online right now is? Is to listen to Kim by Eminem and act how offended you are by the words.
Really?
Oh
Dude, the internet
It
was a mistake, dude.
It was a different time then.
No, generations are a mistake. Because this new generation, they were talking about it on the news. These Zennials are, dude, they're aging faster than any generation in the history of mankind. They're 25-year-olds that look older than I do.
You want to know why?
Speed
because
run.
they didn't experience 9/11.
What?
You heard me. Think of
What do you
all.
mean?
Think of all the trauma.
This is a tough one. We just went too far.
No. Think of all the
Alright.
trauma that millennials have been through.
None?
9/11,
the
Oh
pandemic.
yeah. Kuwait,
COVID pandemic, like
A Rocky War?
like 4 wars. Rocky
Many bombings.
5? We had to go through Rocky 5.
that's a bad movie.
It's horrible. It's a horrible movie.
I'm gonna watch that.
Gen
So-
Z and Gen Alpha, kid gloves. Coddled.
But they're offended by everything. Like I don't understand. Like I understand being offended by some things. Like I totally get it. You know what? There are some terrible things, especially like I think about the stuff in the 80s. I'm like, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But Eminem's lyrics, really? Really?
For
This
a
is-
song that's 20 something years old.
He
You
was pretty. I mean,
Like,
I in order to listen to him, I had to get the censored version of his album, and let me tell you, I only know half the songs because a lot of it was just silent.
fun story. I had I was in middle school. I was probably in middle school, and I was listening to Tupac's All Eyes on Me double album. Slaps. My stepfather came in, ripped it out of the radio and broke it because of all the swearing.
I mean, I don't know if breaking it was the way, but I don't.
I mean, this is
That's
the
kinda,
same man
you know.
that called it every game system I had a Nintendo up until I was like 20 years old.
Dude, every parent called every game system a Nintendo.
You know,
Well-
give me the controllers for the damn Nintendo. And I'm
Can
like,
I ask you? Did they call
it's
the
Sega
did they call the TV remote a remote or a converter?
neither a
Oh,
clicker.
converter.
A
Clicker.
clicker, dude.
Clicker
It's
is what you call it in
Boston.
Boston. Yep, clicker.
Where's the
So-
damn clicker?
I know you mentioned Nintendo. You know, there are big ships and small ships, but the best ship is Brothership.
Oh,
What?
Waba plays coming through with
Cook
an
it.
ultimate transition.
Here's some for you.
Was
here's
it?
some for you. I was
Yes,
cooking.
because the first game in the Nintendo Direct was Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Okay, I didn't. That was all right. Fine. Yeah, that was good.
You know what? Get
Thank
this
you.
man his flowers.
A
Leave
broken
your
clock is the right
donations in
place
the
today.
link below.
He wrote that. He watched that Direct probably 10 minutes ago and came up with that on the fly. Very proud of you.
I'm not gonna deny anything that's been said.
No, you can't.
So
Okay.
Pez, I know since you're the Nintendo fanboy, I think there's a lot in it that both you and I like, but more so you. So can you walk us through what were your overall impressions? Was anything you got excited for? Anything you're looking forward to? Anything you
Yeah,
wish
I
they
think
would have done.
so. I think that for all the questions of like what is Big Red doing, while we talked about Sony's State of Play and the Xbox Showcase, and then Nintendo comes out with their Direct. I thought it was good. I would give it like, if I had to grade it, I'd give it like a B. I thought it was a very good Direct.
Boston B.
Boston B. Because I think there's a little bit of something for everybody. There are multiple first-party titles. There are games that like, okay, Mario and Luigi Brothership is an RPG, like turn-based RPG. You have that going on. There is Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom that seems like it's going to go back.
Amazing.
Seems like it's going to go back to the old type of Legend of Zelda games. Think of Link's Awakening, because it's in that same like
Dude, you
plasticky
get to
toy
use
style.
Zelda.
I know, it's awesome. It's only the second time you've been able to play Zelda. And the first one doesn't count because it's a CDI game. And it's
Agreed.
called The Legend of Zelda: The Wand of Gamelon. I like that one. Horrible game. Don't ever play it. They made 3 Zelda CDI games and they're all bad.
AI generated title.
Oh man, I wish AI generated title would have been much better than what they shat out on that CDI. Ugh, state of it. I was a little disappointed with the amount of remakes that are coming out. Like they're remaking Donkey Kong Country Returns. Just
But
give
it's
us,
Nintendo.
just give
That's what
us,
they do.
just give us another like Donkey Kong, or like give us a sequel to Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I love that there was a Hello Kitty Island adventure just for the memes.
Yup. Shout out Butters.
Dragon Quest 3 getting a HD remake in the style of like Octopath Traveler 1 and 2, I think is pretty neat. Also Dragon Quest games absolutely slap. So I'm pretty excited to try that. Luigi's Mansion 2. I've dumped on it on this podcast of like, why are you remaking that game? But that game is actually pretty fun. Again, I don't have hype for it because I've already played it. But if you haven't played it, the Luigi Mansion games are very good. You should play them. What else? I'm gonna save this one for Waba because I know he's gonna talk about it, but if he doesn't,
Lego Horizon.
I'll come back around. I'll come back around to it.
Lego Horizon.
News Lego Horizon. Great
PlayStation was at a Nintendo Direct.
Great to see PlayStation at a Nintendo Direct. Great to see it.
That game looks amazing. And I talked to on PlayStation Generation, we had Caboose on. He's played the game. And he's like, oh, I've never really played a Lego game. And he goes, this game's amazing. I was like, first of all, you haven't really played a Lego game? Like it hurt my brain that he was the one who got to try it. But he says the gameplay is amazing. He doesn't know whether it's different from any other Lego game. I can tell you it is because it seems to have more world building and more. It's trying to have more fun with itself. If that makes any sense.
Well, I mean, they gave Aloy a personality. We did talk about it on the show last week with Mr. Von Doom, but they gave Aloy a personality because in the game she doesn't have one. She was like, Aloy, I don't know who I am and what I do. Blah blah blah.
These are facts.
Super Mario Party coming back with a new game. If folks care, I do not. There's a Nintendo Switch Lite Hyrule Edition, which I'm kind of bummed about because the Nintendo Switch Lite, like this is what's getting a new edition. Brother, chill with the Nintendo Switch Lite. Just give us another OLED Switch version instead of the Lite because the Lite's not great. Big Court Lalonde game coming through, Just Dance 25.
Yup.
Big Court household game. And I know it, and you can't deny it.
Emma will love that game, yeah.
She will love that game. And then a game that I thought Waba would love. The 100 line Last Defense Academy.
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. You can tell immediately when you start that trailer. First off, you're seeing Danganronpa style art in 3D, which to me was crazy. It's exactly the same music, like the same vibe. It's so wild to like hear that and like know like, oh, this is a different thing, but now you're in like a 3D style world. I think the game looks awesome. You have like mix of like this like anime student life, it looks like, and then you have like this like real-time strategy. I don't know if it's turn-based strategy. It looks like actually a little bit of both.
Yeah, maybe like a mix of like tower defense almost as well.
I'm so excited. And you have a mascot too, this little ghosty boy. Like it's so
looks good. It looks
formulaic using a formula that works. They're so good at this. They did it with I'm trying to see like it's not Spike Chunsoft who's doing this, right? It's not.
No,
I don't even understand the language.
Tokyo Games and Aniplex. It says on the
yeah.
Tokyo, who's doing that baseball anime game too. That I wrote about.
Not Hardline. I Tribe 9.
Tribe 9. So they're doing that too. So I've never, and again, I not that I know of, has seen like Tokyo, but like they're throwing out bangers on all platforms too. So my only concern, and I don't know if this was, shared, but if it's on other platforms, I hope so. Because this game, if you like Danganronpa, this is basically that plus more. You have the different days and stuff like that, and it sounds like you're going to have this like group of students or whatever, and I don't know if you get to pick your different teams or if you're all going to get the same one, and not all of them are going to make it based on choices you make, and that's very exciting to me. Danganronpa is very linear in that sense, in which it's going to end how it's going to end, but this seems like there's a little bit of choice that impact the story. So this is probably one of the games I'm most excited for, and the art looks exactly how you expect.
Me too.
It's very much a court game.
And nothing you said made any sense.
It did to the people that
speaking Russian to court did not understand it.
If you know those games, me and that person listening, we're on the same wavelength.
You guys are connected.
Yeah,
but I think this Direct had first party games. It had kids games, right? So it has like Disney Illusion. Disney Illusion Island is going to get an update. Among Us
that game is not that much of a kids game.
It's
tough. I'm
gonna
not.
say that
It
right
now.
looks like one, but I
It
never
is
played
hard.
it. Is it?
My daughter did not like it.
Nintendo Switch Sports is getting an update.
That's cool.
Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports is coming out. Like, I think there's a lot of like these kid games that Nintendo excels at coming out on the Switch because it mostly is a portable kid machine, and they're gonna keep feeding that rated E for everyone content.
Oh yeah, with very expensive games. Mm,
I mean, aren't all games expensive?
no, that's not true. They all go on sale. Nintendo's like,
That's true. Nintendo does not. Nintendo first party does not go on sale. But there is
also-
one game that I saw, and I knew Wob's hat hit the ceiling. And we are talking about the Marvel vs. Capcom Arcade Collection. Wob, why don't you indulge the people?
What I loved not only was seeing this announcement, but the reaction online. It's like everyone's just like, it's Marvel, baby. Like, it's what I would consider like the one of the best collections. So I mean, it starts from like, X-Men Children of the Atom. These are like Capcom fighting games where they started like doing partnerships with Marvel, and then you go into like, you start to see like the Capcom versus X-Men, and then ultimately you get Marvel versus Capcom, and then Marvel versus Capcom 2, which is it is technically, and when I say technically, I don't mean like, oh yeah, like, technically, no, like in a technical sense, one of the like most like
what does that
skillful.
even mean? You're like, sorry.
No. When someone's like, well, technically, no, I mean in a technical sense, this game is like for a fighting game. You have to be so pinpoint accuracy with your decision making and with your like inputs, like because this game, like if you make one mistake, you lose the round. Like it's so good, and like obviously I love its predecessor, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but like this one I think is the most fair. There were some like kind of cheap gimmicks and a lot of different meta when you get to the third one, but 2, I think there's so where like you can really enjoy the roster. The roster's huge, by the way, and it's gonna be so fun to watch. It's gonna get so many people involved. I'm gonna get it because what I'm excited for is being able to play with my daughter, and she can be Hulk, and we can just goof around on like easy setting. Like that's gonna be fun to her, like being able to be Spider-Man and watch him like jump around.
Goof around.
But what makes me more excited is hopefully having this be
Minutemen?
reintroduced until in Evo. So we haven't had a true Marvel vs. Capcom game since 3. I believe 3 was dropped from the roster. Street Fighter 5 wasn't good. Street Fighter 6 was good, but they've kind of been like a weird limbo. Street Fighter 6 is like, but there's no like other type game that I really enjoy. Mortal Kombat, but not from Capcom.
You
So maybe
literally
this
only
will
play one
reintroduce-
game.
Believe it or not, I do like fighting games, even though I'm not great at it. But I'm hoping that this gets added to Evo, because I do like seeing like high level Marvel vs. Capcom. And what I'm also hoping for is this means that there is a true Marvel vs. Capcom 4 coming out in the not so distant future,
That'd
at
be
least to be announced, because this is a great way to get people re-energized about the title, the series. So
Yeah,
that's
well,
my big hope.
MVC3 was such a compared to 2 was such a disappointment that I think
So-
even if you play 2, like I've been playing MVC2 on my Steam Deck, and it still holds up as a fantastic fighting game. It's a lot of fun. So I was really excited to see it announced because I vaguely remember the time I walked into a GameStop and I saw they had the PS2 version for $100.
Yep.
And this was
Your boy
like,
got it.
this was years ago. We're talking like maybe a good 10 years ago. And I still regret not pulling the trigger on it.
I'm looking right now, dude. This game is I have it, by the way. Last sold 165, 135, 170. I need to protect this game. This value continues. So one sold on the 15th for 197.
Yeah, like it is.
People love this game.
It is, and it's like the "I Want to Take You for a Ride" song is iconic, stupidly iconic, because it's just like it's just dumb, but it's fun. It's a fun game, and I'm glad. The only game I wish that came out with that is the Avengers arcade beat 'em up game, but it's not part of it. They put the
I
Punisher
hate how
in.
they're like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and now featuring events. Oh, F me, what's gonna happen? Like, the Punisher, boom! boo!
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
No.
Literally, nobody cares. That game stinks. Nobody asked for it. Nobody cares. Doesn't like it's so irrelevant. Like, why didn't you end with MVC2? But no. I don't know.
no.
I don't know why I care about that so much. But like, I hate how they're like, oh, no, because everyone had that little thing. No,
You
nobody
guys are
cares about
using
that.
acronyms about a game I don't even know what it is, and I just love every minute of this. I'm just like,
MVC,
whatever.
yeah.
Might as well not even be here.
How it goes.
I mean, it
Um,
just like overall, I thought it was a good direct. I thought there was a lot of stuff. They showed Metroid Prime 4, which I'm not like a Metroid Prime guy. I thought,
I thought
1
that game
through
didn't
2.
look good.
I thought 1 and 2 was fine. I never played 3, and Metroid isn't like one of my favorite series anyway. So I was like excited for my friends who were excited, but I personally didn't care. I thought it looked fine. I mean, I'm not gonna until we see like an actual gameplay trailer. I'm not gonna, worry about what it looks like. But again, it's running on the Switch, so I wouldn't expect anything crazy.
Yeah,
That's all.
I also like the was it the Hobbit one, like the Shire.
Oh,
Game
Tales
that's
of the
coming out.
Shire, a Lord of the Rings game.
I will likely not play it, but I'm going to get it for my wife because that seems like the type of game she'd enjoy playing because she's a big LOTR fan, and that game seems like a little slower pace. So, shout out them for showing, like you said, a little bit of
A
everything.
little bit of everything. How does she feel about the books? Has she read them? Would she
I'm
like
assuming
Andy
yes.
Serkis to read them to her because he is the narrator on all of the books on Spotify?
They don't have the same the type of books that she's reading are not in line with the LOTR books, but I will say she's a big fan of the
Oh, she reads like the romance novels, doesn't she?
I don't
She
know what she reads.
definitely does. Oh my god, how did I guess that? This is the greatest
know.
night of my life.
Talking
Do you know
about
that
it.
do you know that I invest in those now?
Because your wife likes
No,
them.
I buy the special editions. I
What?
got some from like one from Canada. I get the ones from Target and Walmart. You know what I do? I sell them to Europe for 4 times the amount which I paid
Let's
because
go.
that's what you get for
Capitalism at
messing
work.
with us in 1776.
Capitalism at work. There you go. There you go. Did you know that there is a hockey musical? And I have a copy of it. My friend from Canada, my friend Bree, shout out Bree from Daisy
Yeah,
Orr,
been
sent
to
it
it.
to me. She sent me the movie.
What's it called?
I forget. Hold on, I'll look it up.
It's done by Second City. I went and saw it.
What's it called? Hold on, I
Score,
can't
a hockey
remember.
musical.
Yeah.
Score?
Yeah. It's got the kid from what's that stupid show my wife loves with the family, that Schitt's Creek.
That's the greatest show on television.
My wife loves that
Besides
show.
Shorzy. Shorzy right now. I haven't watched the new episode.
Did you know that Shorzy, the cast of Shorzy, is gonna play in a hockey game against the Bruins alumni in November at Agganis
going?
Arena? I'm actually gonna. Me and a friend are debating on getting tickets to go.
Let me know how much tickets are.
Okay, will do.
That would be wild.
That'd be great.
Shorzy?
That'd be amazing.
Who do you think's gonna win, and what do you think the line is?
The line's gonna be like 12.5. Tuukka Rask gonna score 14
Dude,
goals.
Can we
Rask
talk
is not
about
gonna be in net.
how the heck have the Florida Connor McDavid, man, straight up just wins hockey games.
If
He
I-
runs back.
If I'm Matthew Tkachuk and I lay out to sweep that empty net puck away and then turn around and see OEL's controller turn off and McDavid just snipes the empty net, I would
I'm not gonna lie, I won some
be
money when
so
he did that, but
pissed.
that's fine.
But I mean, think about it. You lay your body out, slide down, get probably one of the best Stanley Cup plays we've seen in a long, long time, if not forever. And then your defenseman stopped skating and they score anyway. Oh man, I would be so mad. Guys, I think Edmonton's going to win this.
The
Really?
reverse
They got some
sweep a la
juice.
the Boston Minutemen.
They got some juice. They got some
They got
juice now.
I'll give you they got juice, but
It's going back to Edmonton. I think Edmonton's obviously going to win. I think Bobrovsky has two styles. It is Vezina Trophy and it is ECHL. And right now he is in the ECHL.
And Harry
His like save
Styles.
percentages are like 65% and like 86% the last 2 games. He's getting
Man's out there doing
dummy.
cardio.
Dude.
He's
Well,
getting
like
dummy.
I said this morning. McDavid has now won the Conn Smythe whether he wins the Stanley Cup or not.
100%.
He is set. He's broke a Gretzky record, people.
Which one?
The assists.
Oh,
He's had like
McDavid's
8
very
points
good.
in the last 2 games. He's been an animal. A true animal, and I think because of the style that Florida plays, that like weigh you down and grind you out style, I think they're tired. And now Edmonton, because Edmonton's more of the fast team. They got 2 of the best players in the world. Like I think that they're gonna run Florida, and I don't know if Florida can catch up now.
My favorite thing is when I talk to fans that think that we're gonna trade Allmark for Draisaitl. I think
Yeah,
it's my
straight up.
favorite stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. Thing.
you got to put it out in the universe in order
That's
for it
not
to
how this
grow.
works.
That is how trades work.
It won't even work in. As I said to someone, that trade doesn't even work in NHL 24.
How do you think all the trades today happened? It's all the fans willed it into the universe, and then the guy.
Yeah, I'm sure
a phone call saying.
I'm sure a lot of
Twitter
Calgary
posts.
fans were like, give me Kevin Ball in the 9th overall.
They did. They saw it all over Twitter. They've been dying for it.
They said, give me
Calgary,
this.
Calgary
this-
doing a rebuild is hilarious when they had Matthew Tkachuk and everything.
They're like, give me this 23-year-old defenseman who's already been on like 3 teams.
Yeah, give me another 7th defenseman. Love it.
Love to see it. I would take that set. I would take that 9th overall though.
I'm telling you right now,
and
if they can get a
draft.
deal, dude, make a deal with Ottawa. Give me that 7th pick.
And who do you draft, Court?
I take Tej Aginla.
Tej Aginla.
That's who I take.
Good old
Legacy.
Jerome's boy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
God, we get.
The kid played
That'd be
played
awesome.
hockey in Boston. Remember? That's why he wanted to come to the team.
He sure did.
That would be willing it into the universe. It's all coming together.
I mean, the Bruins have to do something because their first
they gotta
pick
get
is
rid of
like the draft is I think on a Thursday and their first pick is on like Tuesday, the following Tuesday, because it's so late in the draft. Like
It's so hilarious.
they went all in last year and then got
Womp
choked
womp.
out, and then now they have no draft capital in the first 4 rounds. It's like the first 3 rounds maybe,
It's
and
bad.
then
It's bad.
Just
we already know that Don Sweeney is going to trade Allmark. He's going to move up the ladder. Aginla's kid's going to be there. Welcome on in, you Michigan State defenseman who is
No, I told you,
projected to
from
be
New-
like
from New-
75th
Newbury,
overall.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh,
kid
where are you from?
Massachusetts that can go in
Yeah.
the first round.
Where
He's-
you from? Newbury? All right. We're taking this kid. Where did you play your hockey? Oh, Salem State College?
So-
Take this kid.
I wanted to ask you boys.
Ask
This
away.
past weekend was Father's Day.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do?
it was.
We had our annual, we call it the DDQ. It is the Dad's Day barbecue at a friend's house. It is no wives, no kids. So
Wow.
yeah.
How do you get that deal? Like,
That is
there's never that deal
exclusive.
in my life.
so my
It's like a DJ Clue exclusive.
so the DJ Clue.
Let's go.
Wow,
So
that was pretty
the wife and I have decided that we are taking back Mother's Day and Father's Day, and we're doing so for Mother's Day. She does what she wants to do. She said, "Do not plan anything, because if you plan something and I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it." So this year I said, "What do you want to do on Mother's Day?" She said, "I want to go out to brunch." Bam, we went out to brunch. I didn't have to plan anything. She goes, "What are you planning on Father's Day?" I said, "Oh, my buddy Derek is she said have a great time."
Oh,
that's it.
I don't get that deal.
I don't need, her and I do not need the whole like, all right, we're going to go do this and this and this, because last year on Mother's Day, she said, "I want to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with you and the little one." And that's what we did. And she's happy about it. Like, it's all about what she wants to do on her day. I don't need to surprise her with anything. I will make her breakfast. I will do all that. I don't need this grandiose thing, because if she doesn't want to do anything and I'm dragging her butt out of the house, she's just going to be upset, and vice versa. Because sometimes there are days, last Father's Day, I think I went to a cookout. I went to a friend's cookout. Like, that's what we
Went to
do.
the bar?
And it's all good. I don't drink that much anymore.
You
what happens when
remember
you're
when
an
I
old
hung
man.
out with you guys and you did?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
when I
Oh,
saw
dude, Lost in the Sauce. It was great. It was great. Poor Waba was struggling, man.
I would say I remember those days, but
I remember it well.
I remember
it
some
well.
some of those days.
It was fantastic. I got a T-shirt. I had so
Sure.
much fun. I got a T-shirt.
Yep. But yeah, I think I think
think
as
it's a great idea,
dads,
man.
you should be able to dictate what you want to do on your day. So if you want to
Yeah.
sit in your office and play video games, you should be empowered, my dudes, my dads around the world, to do that. And ladies,
not what
allow
happens.
them the space to do that.
Like
Here, here.
my wife literally was like, "What do you want to do with your daughter for the day? Because it's your day." And I'm like, "What is that? You just what?"
I want you, honey, to take her to the movies, and I'm gonna sit right here and play Division 2. That's what I want on
Well,
this day.
I was like, I saw this meme on that day of like on Mother's Day. It's like, you're the queen. You get to do whatever you want. You get to go to the spa. No one does anything. On Father's Day, it's like, hold on, let me mow the lawn, get this done. Like Father's Day is truly an afterthought.
I do think it's pretty funny how, like, when you think about Mother's Day, it is like, let's go out to brunch, like, take him out to brunch, buy him stuff. And on Father's Day, Home Depot's like, get him a bucket, get him a lawnmower, send their asses outside, cut the grass.
I do
Father's
need to
Day.
grass. I went to the movies. We went Inside Out too.
How was it?
Good Canadian movie.
Is it Canadian?
Yeah,
It's-
they're from No, they're
it's
from
no-
Minnesota. Never
No,
mind.
they're from Minnesota. You are just because they play hockey, you immediately thought that they were Canadian, which
did.
makes you
Fair.
something, but I don't know what it is.
Fair.
It's like I don't like it, but I can't put my finger on it.
I am Gen Alpha offended, and I don't like it.
Fair.
It was okay. I will say this, like I think for my daughter that was 8 years old, I think a lot of it was over her head. She thought that the movie was long and boring at some
Oh.
parts because
Oh,
she was like,
interesting.
she plays hockey. She thinks that's really cool, but they covered anxiety. They covered. I don't want to give spoilers. Actually, you know what? We're parents. There's the main character has a panic attack.
Mm.
And that's how like they solve the new emotions and all that. Like she has a straight up panic attack playing hockey, and all these things that happen. And it's just like I get that you want to teach these kids stuff, like I truly do, but I just felt it was way too mature for her, and my daughter just didn't get half of it, and there wasn't enough funny parts.
Yeah.
And we really liked If. I thought If was a very good movie. But this, I just asked her opinion walking out of the movie. She's like, "Daddy, it was okay."
Yeah.
It was just okay. So, you know what? It is what it is. Like I thought it was okay, but I did at one point. I was the other father that I was sitting with because that's what we did on Father's Day. We took our kids to the movies while the wives stayed home. I'm not even kidding you.
Natch.
He was just like, "Wow, this is taking a really long time to get to the end of this movie." I was like, "I know, man." Which was very interesting because all the critics were like, "This one's so good," and blah blah blah, and yet they panned If. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. All these places that review movies and TV shows and stuff for kids, can you please just have a kid watch it or play it? Because we don't know what we're talking about half the time.
Don't
Mm.
say that about kids' games on the internet, or people will be upset with you. Like they were.
Dude,
upset
they got
with
real
us.
mad at me when I told them that they shouldn't be reviewing Bluey. They were like, "How dare you?" And I'm like, "Well,
Not
no, I
afraid. You just
think
gotta
you're
take-
wrong."
Just gotta provide context, and that's okay.
Definitely. Well, no, I disagree, Waba. Bluey was the perfect example of how terrible the internet is in gaming, where
Mm.
all these outlets decided, well, Greg Miller talked about a video game and he got a whole bunch of views. So everybody out there, go buy this game right now and we'll do reviews on it. And then they're giving their opinion on a video game when it's not made for them.
Correct.
I'll say it over and
Mm.
over again. I disagree with that. I don't care if the outlet told you to review the game. The game's not made for you, man. If I reviewed every kid's game the way I want the game to be, like I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, they'd all be.
But-
we would just say, "Oh, this game's too easy." Well, no
Yeah,
kidding. It's
yeah,
not made for you,
fair.
you 40-year-old man. It's made for a 10-year-old child. Like, chill. Like,
It
what are you
makes no
doing?
sense to me.
And then we put that out in the world, and then got spoken to about it.
He's what it is.
Wabba, what did you do?
I
on
feel like
Father's
you
Day?
want to stick up for those people that do those terrible
Wabba, stick
reviews,
up
right?
for him.
He
I
does.
just-
We'll bury you in the
He-
backyard.
He
They'll
thinks it's
never
okay.
find you.
I think. I mean, I don't. People can talk about whatever game they want, but the thing
No,
is, I don't have to agree
that's
with them.
fine, but
And
I
and if I don't agree with you, I shouldn't. People should be okay with that. No one's gonna agree with everyone. So
dude,
just
people
as
got
it's-
really mad
just
at me
as it's
because I
your
thought,
right to talk about any game however you want, I should be able to agree or disagree, and we should both be fine with that.
Correct.
And as long as that's okay, I'm cool. If not,
well, but what
is.
generation are you?
what? Generation X gonna give it to you.
You are not
Mm.
Generation X.
No, but I can't.
I am.
But that's what I do. But I can't do this with anything else.
You're a
could be
millennial like the
X-Sign.
rest of us, other than Court.
No, I'm not.
Court's an Xer.
I'm D-Generation X, man.
That's right. X gonna
Break
give
it
it to
down.
you.
God,
God, I can't believe he's gone. No, Father's Day. It's funny how you guys
Yeah,
are saying.
can't
like,
believe he's
go
gone.
to- yeah, DMX.
Why
What are you
can't believe
talking
he's
about?
gone? I have-
He's gone. Him, Bob Marley, and the Wailers and DMX all gone.
We were talking about D-Generation X. And then
Yeah,
I was
that's
singing.
what
I was talking about DMX.
I was.
And in fact,
Oh my-
WWF, because it was WWF when they were around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about DMX. I mean, also Generation X is also gone, so we're all on the same page.
You are a weird soul.
You are on. If you were Fortnite, you'd be Tilted Towers right now. You are. My man is on tilt. Arf, DMX.
I'm teaching my daughter that his version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is the definitive version. So when it comes Christmas time, I'll make sure
Aw,
to remind you all.
can we like help your daughter know what good things are?
It's all fun
you-
and games until she drops a slur at the Christmas.
So she
chorus.
sings Miss New Booty, which is Buddha 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 rocking everywhere. Like, and now I taught her a song. It was in Battlefield Hardline. It's whoop, that's the sound of the police. Whoop whoop, that's the sound of the beast.
That's how
anytime
you
a-
hold on a second. You don't quote Bad Boys. You say it's in Battlefield Hardline.
I platinum that game. I didn't platinum Bad Boys.
It's Bad Boys.
Ugh, do you know they're making a Bad Boys 4? Is that
Good.
3 or 4? How
No, they're
awful.
dude. Do you know we're getting Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh,
Oh,
how
yes.
dreadful. Hollywood, the state of you. Unbelievable.
So I think it's funny that you say Father's Day. Go buy a bucket for your man because, as you know, I don't do Home Depot. That's not me. So
I am shocked.
I know, right? Everybody just gasping at once. I know to that sentence.
Some guy slammed on his brakes and absolutely in shambles
On
because he couldn't
95.
believe it.
No one can believe that Waba doesn't know how to go to Home Depot.
I
In
know how to go
shambles.
there, but I'm the one who asked for questions, and they're like, they
Waba
look
goes
shocked.
there and he immediately seeks someone out to say, like, where are the screws? Meanwhile, everyone else is like, I know more than you. Stop talking to me.
No, I make them do their profession. But
Do your
my
job.
wife organized a brunch for me at Fire and Ice in Boston. I used to go all the time to the one in Providence. That shut down.
You like Mongolian grill type stuff? Really?
I didn't know that it was that. I mean,
You
I know
put-
what it is, but I didn't know that's what it was. But yeah, because I can get chicken, I can get pasta, and I can get broccoli and corn, and I put teriyaki and Hyson ginger sauce on it, and then
Hoisin.
I put that on
Oh
rice.
my God! Please, listen. Hoisin. Say
Hoisin.
it. Say it. Hoisin. Do not insult people the next time you go there.
I
Hoisin.
didn't say anything. I
Did you
just brought the
point?
sauce up.
Did you just point?
No, I
Did
no,
you-
no. You pick your own
Patsy walks,
sauces.
He's barking like DMX.
That's like DMX.
Just be your heroes.
Okay, can you say it?
Hoisin.
Hoisin.
There we go.
I
There we go.
believe it's pronounced homage.
Good callback. So we did that, and then I suggested we go to Newberry Street because it's right next door.
Did you go to Newberry Comics?
We actually didn't, though. I did see it and it freaked me out, which it shouldn't because they have one in Natick, so it doesn't matter.
Why would it freak you out?
Because there aren't any anymore. They're,
Of course
they're
there
all
are.
gone.
There's a bunch of them.
There's
Oh,
one
well.
in Faneuil Hall. What are you talking
I
about?
don't. Oh, I didn't know it's still there.
There's one at the
Um,
Rockingham Mall up in Salem, New Hampshire.
He just finished saying that they're not anywhere. And I live in Canada, and I know that not to be true.
Well, okay.
There isn't any. There isn't
Maybe I
any.
observed too close.
There
I
aren't any in
literally just
Waba's
went
2
there.
mile radius from his house, so they're just.
I can't see it when I go out.
He's
to my
like
car.
a 1-year-old with object permanence. Like if it's not there, it just doesn't exist.
I didn't see it when I was, walking the dog today. But we went there. My wife had meant to get me a sweatshirt, but I didn't pick it out from Johnny Cupcake, so we went there. I got it. She also got a shirt
From
for her.
what? Sorry.
It's
Johnny
Johnny
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes. It's a streetwear kind of like type store. It's like filthy casual, like
Violent gentleman. stuff like that.
Violent Gentleman's a perfect like analogy for it.
But they do not sell cupcakes.
They
My
sell
wife
no
also
cupcakes.
has a Johnny Cupcake sweatshirt, and I said, "Where are the cupcakes?" And she said, "They don't sell cupcakes."
So I got a cool
Listen here,
button.
Cupcake.
I got a
Hey.
zip. It's the softest sweater I own. It's a zip down, which I'll wear to PAX next year. I got a gray one. Just they had these like branded bids.
Waba, PAX is during the summer next year,
PAX
so
is in
you
May.
won't be.
To
Oh,
be
I can't wear
fair,
it then.
May will
Hold
either
on.
be 90 degrees or 30 degrees. So it's
Wouldn't
possible.
maybe-
May.
Hold on. Now that you've done it, first it's 98 degrees. Or
Oh,
we're gonna go to the back streets to get into this place, but
and we'll be insane.
we'll be in sync. But did you guys see that Justin Timberlake just got a DUI?
I sure did.
And
Yeah.
so like everybody has him walking out with the handcuffs, and the line is, "It's gonna be memed," and it's like, oh my god,
Of course.
like well done.
Oh,
Classic
Justin
J-
Timberlake.
Classic J.
Classic
JT.
JT. Classic Britney Spears' ex.
That's how he wants me.
But okay, I gotta ask you. So this is what I don't understand when these rich people get DUIs. They have more money than God, and they're still dumb as rocks. They can get in an Uber. They could literally walk up to any staff in this restaurant and say, "I'm going to pay you to drive me home."
Yes.
Nope. They get behind a wheel and drive a car.
Hubris.
Ah, the hubris of man.
My
I
wife.
believe it's called Ubris.
Ubris. My wife
Uber?
shockingly found a Taylor Swift Johnny Cupcake shirt. It's the last one.
Oh
And
man,
it
she
says,
must have
Baker's gonna bake, bake, bake.
she must have snatched that bad boy.
So the presentation, I hadn't been in years when you have to like get it yourself. So what they do now is they pack your order. There's a wall of ovens on the back. And then all of a sudden you hear ding, and they open up one of the doors, and out comes all this smoke that smells like cupcakes and like pastries. And they deliver it in like like the Munchkin boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They deliver it in those, and they've got like a it's really kind of like a cool presentation. It's unnecessary, but my daughter loved it.
That's pretty dope.
Because it's
though.
all-
Le-
so,
lean
yeah.
into the name, you know?
Is it
But-
like those nasty donuts that you got as well?
How dare you speak of Kane's Donuts like that?
They look terrible, dude.
They were
Kane's
really
Donuts
good.
are delicious.
That blueberry donut I got from Dunks was the best.
Dunk Donuts are not the
Waba,
best.
Dunkin'
you-
Donuts donuts
hold
were
on.
good before
Guys,
they became
let
super
me
cool.
cook.
All right, cook.
Let
cook,
me
cook, my guy, cook.
Waba, you of all people, you eat pretty much cardboard and call it a meal. Please do not
True.
give me any advice on what actually tastes good, what should be considered good. Please, you can't have an opinion. If I start
I
talking
know
about
my
any
donuts.
please let me finish. If I start talking about any weeb stuff, you can shut me up. You can knock me down. But Waba, I spent days with you, man. You eat like a 3-year-old.
Yes.
Please do not give me any advice on what is good and what he does. He eats like a child. That
Yeah.
is a t-shirt. I eat like a
Chicken and
child.
chicken nuggets for days. Why not? Why change it up if you know what you
Remember
like?
Pez when I
Excuse
said
me,
when
I
he's
believe they're
chicken
called
sandwich?
chicken fingies.
I had an empanada. That's kind of like a chicken
Empanadas are
finger.
good.
Dude,
I just couldn't
empanadas are
believe-
great.
But it's
Remember we-
basically a chicken finger, just in
he
different
he
form.
wouldn't even have the chicken breast sandwich. Remember when I was like, "Oh, I won't get the fry. I'll just get the chicken breast." And Waba was like, "Oof, oof."
It's hit or miss sometimes with the Sammys.
It's the sa-
No, I don't like because I don't like the thick cut.
My daughter's one step ahead of you, so she put bacon on a burger for the first day yesterday,
Ah.
and she turns to me and she goes, "This was a great idea." I'm like, "Okay, next we'll try lettuce. We're gonna new tier. We'll put something else on. I'll get one more thing
You
on
gotta
the
walk
burger."
up to the greens because the green
So
can
how about
really.
this, Waba? In May, we're gonna
Nice.
go to Fenway and we're gonna go to a game. All right,
Yep.
we've all decided this. You have to go out to dinner and you cannot order chicken
Why?
or pasta.
I guess I'll starve. What will you have? The bread rolls and some water, please.
I will take your finest ice water, please.
I used to do
Thank
that at
you.
Bertucci's.
I don't think that's a real thing in Boston, isn't it? I think their finest ice water is like pee on the side of the road.
That's right.
I didn't
It all
say
smells the
I
same.
didn't say the best. I said the finest.
Yeah.
How about for one night, for one meal? You don't have to pay for it. You have
Done.
to eat it, but you
You
have to
had
let
me.
me and Pez decide what you're eating.
Oh my
You
god.
had me. I
It's,
didn't have to pay for it.
it's
And we won't order seafood. I will not order seafood, but
I
I
will-
will order something that should be good and that you should eat it.
So the one person. Well, I mean, I'd be open to that. But so my brother-in-law
He's open to it.
goes to restaurants, brings us to them, and says, "We're going here. It's not the typical place you go to, but here's the dish you'll like." So one time he took me to a Thai place. Never had Thai. He goes, "You get the
Pad
chicken."
Thai is fantastic.
Gets a chicken.
Chicken
What
pad
is it?
Thai?
It's like peanut sauce on it.
Yeah.
Peanut butter. No, not peanut butter.
yeah, peanut butter chicken.
sauce.
Peanut
That's
sauce,
it.
you got it right.
Not peanut butter chicken. Anyway, it was really good. And he's like, so he will scalp things out for me.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Why? You have, no. You have
definitely-
to take a trip in April. You have to spend all the
Create
time trying to find
6
a
menus.
dish that I'll like.
How about this? I'll even be fair. You either have to eat what Pez gets or what I get.
As long as I don't have to drink what you guys get, that's fine.
No, you have to do that as well. You have to be an adult for one meal.
I will have your
Or
finest. I'll go to Chili's and say,
you-
I'll have your finest food stuffed
or
inside your
Pez-
second finest food.
here's the other thing he can do. If he doesn't want to do this, I'm going to bring a bib that my daughter wore that he will have to wear for dinner.
Jeez.
How big is it?
It's a baby bib, dude.
I'm just asking.
I do.
How-
I think I still have Kenzie's baby Bruins bib I could bring.
I have Emma's baby Bruins bib.
There we go.
Oh my god. So Waba, here's your deal. You either get what I get for dinner or what Pez gets dinner. I
I
can
don't
end up
think I
getting
don't
chicken.
think I like what you guys like. And
I-
I also too I will
I
eat
am-
steak,
Waba,
but I don't
I-
like steak.
Waba, I am a fat man. I eat everything. There will be something in there that you will eat. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, we'll see and we'll report back on the Three
No,
Dads.
but no. I want commitment now.
I don't commit.
You do. You're married.
Dude, oh, you know what I want now? I want oysters, man.
Pez, can I get deep fried oysters in Boston?
Yes.
They're fantastic. Can I get soft shell crab?
Ooh, I do not know.
What's the best restaurant near Fenway?
If for like seafood or in general.
Just in general. I would love a good steak, but Waba's already said, like, look at Waba. He's
I'll
like
ha- no, I'll
growing up
ha-
in his mind. He's like,
No,
"This
I'm
is
trying to think
terrible."
like what's near there now because
All of a sudden,
everything's,
Waba's like,
changed hands.
"Oh, I can't go to PAX. I gotta go to Maine. I forgot to tell you guys.
Around Fenway though, I don't know how far it's near where the Best Buy was. There's a really good barbecue place that has like burn
hold on.
ends, and I would eat
Barbecue.
that.
You have
I do like barbecue.
my attention.
So hold on, I'm gonna do this live for everybody listening. I know this is super thrilling, especially if you don't live in Boston.
That's fine. I'd
but-
rather just have an off-topic show here. We
It's
already
a
did
sweet-
Nintendo.
We talk
Sweet-
Nintendo.
Sweet
We're
Cheeks.
fine. We talk about what is
fine.
it?
Sweet Cheeks
Cheeks?
barbecue. That's
Mm.
what it is.
Ooh.
Very
They
good.
have
I've been
big
before.
feet.
They have biscuits. They've got fried. All
Should
this
we get
stuff.
a
They've
platter?
got burn ends. They do have platters, where you can get a bunch of different things.
That's
I-
that's what a platter means.
Platter, hardly knew it. But yeah, they do have
Hey,
yeah, they have
It's
a
called Sweet
barbecue
Cheeks?
meat there.
Sweet Cheeks Q.
barbecue. I forget what I got last time, but I think I got
Ooh, a sliced
brisket,
prime
which is kind of
brisket.
crazy.
Ooh,
half
we
smoked
going-
little chicken.
hold on.
Love little
Has-
Yeah.
chickens.
This is where we're going.
You're welcome.
Look at the
Ah!
biscuits.
To everyone who thought I didn't like flavor, guess what?
He's
That
gonna
now you know.
Pez, He's gonna take us to Flavor Town.
Oh, we're going to Flavor Town. Everybody, get your
Pez.
flaming Hawaiians.
Get in,
You can get
boys!
a mint julep in a glass.
A mint
And they
julep
have these giant
Pez likes mint
biscuits.
juleps.
with no
And you can eat
horses
8
around.
of them before you can eat 8 biscuits before you technically black out. It's crazy.
But you can say I do declare, and so can I, and we can
That's
act
right.
southern for
We
the whole
can.
meal.
We can.
Let's do that.
By God, I have your finest mint julep. I do
I'll do
declare.
declare.
I'll bring my GoPro just so we documented people.
Fine. Hey, we can write off dinner. It's all content, baby. It's
Let's
all
go!
content.
Pez, here's the drinks. We have the Dollywood, which is Tito's vodka, house-made limoncello,
Oh, what?
lemon, and prosecco. That actually sounds pretty good.
I think they have
Limoncello,
chicken
dude, so
fingers.
good.
Yeah, and then they have the Ferndale, which is tequila, habanero. Nope, we're out. House Bill 819, which is sweet tea whiskey, mint and, ooh, and
Sweet tea
lemon.
would kill me. I can't drink it.
Not yet.
Dude, you drink old fashions with me.
I know, and my blood sugar went whoop.
Yeah, but you went.
Just if you
skyrocketed.
turn upside down, if you turn upside down and stand on your hands, does your blood sugar
I think
go
I'm gonna
down?
have that House Bill 89.
Much
I
like
think I'll try that one.
SpaceX, it went up into the sky and exploded.
Oh, Pez, listen to this one. Lights Out in Louisville.
Oh,
It's
done.
bourbon, sweet vermouth, coffee liqueur, and a cold brew coffee.
I'm in. I'll have one. I'm in.
That is a definite Pez
I'm
drink.
in.
That's like,
you know what?
that's-
We'll get our million steps at PAX, and then I'm gonna have 6 of them.
well, no, that is like a Dunkin's cold
Yeah,
coffee
100%.
with bourbon. And then the shout out to all peers is bourbon, house made pears. Nah. High Life Spirits, orange juice. No, Miller High Life. That's disgusting.
The champagne of beers, though.
Mm.
Hey, I
House
didn't-
made Bloody Marys. Man, you people with your Bloody Marys in the United States, they're disgusting.
Bloody Mary. I don't know why I
You-
said
you
it like
guys-
that.
I'm glad I'm glad I got you guys
I am
excited.
excited to go to this
There we go.
restaurant. And we're just gonna Waba's gonna get food, and me and Pez are just gonna try every drink on the menu.
We only
I
have
wanna as
11
many,
months,
like,
lads.
fancy drinks.
We only have
We're
11
going.
months left.
That'll be my first
To
time
prepare.
away once like everything
Once
that I've been through for a
Everything
year.
happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible.
We're gonna
I'll make reservations.
make them now.
I'm gonna
Make
put
'em
them
now.
under a Lord Waba.
Put them on a DMX.
Do you know that they're like he's here? Do you know that I can use the title Lord?
My lordship, yeah, because aren't you a lord in like Ireland?
I'm a
Scotland?
true Irish lord. I
But
own
this time,
land in
Waba, we're
Ireland.
not going to a Bruins game, and you won't have to feel all fancy.
Yeah, we're going to a Red Sox game, so you can be absolute trash like me.
Well, we
So I
do
can
have
wear
to
my
go
underwear
to, we do
outside of
have
my
to go to
bed.
the garden so that I can, 1, go to the pro shop, and 2, we can go do the tour of that
Yeah.
Boston Bruins. That we have to go do that.
That
Take a
looks really
picture
cool.
of Bobby with Bobby L.
With Bobby L. Is
Your boy.
The hologram thing.
when you
The
said
hologram
is it an actual hologram? Is it like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Tupac hologram?
Maybe.
Is it like do you think if I look up Hatsune Miku she'll show?
Oh Jesus Christ! Waba's gonna be in there hacking like a 1990s movie. So I'm in. All of a
Like,
sudden,
you just
look up Hatsune Miku, and there she is.
That's gonna be fun. I'm already excited for our trip.
It's gonna be great.
So
gonna
I
be
know
awesome.
we're actually surprisingly and probably much to the delight of the listeners. We're almost at time.
Yeah, but we talked about we're planning our trip, and it's making
Yeah.
me happy because
So now people are gonna show.
I haven't been that relaxed and had such a good time like I was that day in Boston. We got wasted.
That
My
was a lot
next
of
day
fun.
when I had to like literally work for Console Creatures was brutal
Oh,
and terrible.
dude, court was
The
miserable.
worst.
Yeah.
Dude, these people don't understand. I was going from meetings to meetings to meetings. It started at 10 a.m. Remember? No, 9 a.m.
No,
Remember?
9. You had Square
9 a.m.
Enix for like 2 hours, and you're like, "What are you
Oh.
doing?" And Waba and I are like, "We're hanging out with a bunch of people," and you're like, "I'm playing
we're
Visions
just
of
chilling.
Mana."
Yeah, it was so hard.
We were doing the
just chilling,
Duncan.
that's
We were doing the Duncan game where we
Well, I
came in
do
third
have my
for a
Duncan
while-
hat
for a
because
while.
Pez's buddy gave me the hat.
That's right.
Good
Buckets.
crew.
I'm gonna bring my bucket
Buckets.
hat. We'll wear bucket hats next year. Bucket hat, bros.
I don't have a bucket
You
hat. I
sold
believe I
one.
gave it to Waba for
You
his
did.
And
child.
Wawa sold it for sure.
No, I gave it to my child.
It's
Don't
for
worry,
his
I
child.
did not. I
He
did
did
not
not.
sell it.
You
did not.
definitely did.
No, I can't. I couldn't.
I did not
And I
sell it.
can't-
I
I
did
can't-
not.
I can't wait to get to Logan and get my Dunkin' Donuts blueberry glaze because that's the best donut.
I'm gonna mail it to you. I'm gonna put it in an envelope and just send it up.
Good. You can mail it with the rest of his stuff.
I
Yep,
already did.
Okay. all right. All right.
I already did it last year.
3
Got 'em.
years later.
Hey,
3 years later.
So another 3 years, I'll get another package.
by the time that
Or-
that Marshmont Munch got there, he would have retired.
It's right there.
There it is. Marshmont Munch.
I love how they can't put the Bruins logo, so I think they just put an M, 2 M's on the sleeve for
Which
March
is
month.
interesting they can't because like on like Etsy and all those things, you can put a Bruins logo as long as it's like a little bit different. It's fine.
They're not gonna
It's
go
just
after
like 7.5
Ish.
spokes instead of 8.
Dude, I'm so depressed that they're changing the jersey back to the ugly yellow patch shoulder ones.
Oh, they are?
God.
I wish they would just drop like a 1990s style. And that's it.
No,
Just
that's
run with that
19
for 10 years.
1990 style, the 1990 one,
Well,
like
the
the
eight-
white.
No, like the
89.
Neely era style ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the 80s.
Yeah, drop those ones. Sell a ton of merch. Let us all be happy and old.
Yeah, we're the disposable income people. Let me have what I
I
want.
don't know, Bruins. It's easy.
Ooh.
Give me what I want.
Bruins. It's easy. Trade Linus Allmark. Bring back the '80s,
Dude,
and
he's getting traded.
draft
so
again
before
the Sun.
July 1st.
Done and done and done. And teach Jason Tatum how to skate because he's the best.
Technically, Jaylen Brown is the best.
Shut up, Waba. You watched one game this year,
I did, and it was the winning game.
and it was the winning game.
I have
the-
only watched games in which they win.
You're undefeated. Truly undefeated.
Yeah, remember what I said last week? We won.
We won. We did it. We did it, Reddit.
Won.
Would you ever go to a parade? Have you been to any parades?
I have not because I think I was too kind of young. A lot of kids in my school did,
Too
but
young.
I wasn't
I
like.
went to the Pride Parade this weekend.
How was it?
It was good. Emma loved it. We
Where in
had a good
Toronto?
time.
Where
No,
was
it
it?
was
Probably cool.
in Newmarket near my in-laws' house. My niece was doing an art show, and then her and her art group were walking in the Pride Parade. Then I had to leave though. I was gonna run into Dapper, who's been on the show. His wife was in it, so I was gonna meet up with him, and then Emma ate some chocolate, and her lactose intolerance kicked in hard.
Oh no!
Rip.
Yeah.
Rip City, dude.
Oh, it was terrible. I felt so bad. I had to rush her over to my in-laws' house so
Oh,
she
the
could
poor
tear one
nugget.
off.
The poor nugget.
Mhm.
Horrible.
She was
How's
so
your-
she was so pissed.
Guys, you're going to the parade on Friday, right?
No.
Why?
Because I have to work. I mean, why? Listen, in 2011, the Boston Bruins, a team I've watched since 1995, won their first Stanley Cup since I've been alive, and I did not go to that parade. Do you want to know why? Because my daughter had a dance recital, and I still think about it to this day.
I am going if the Bruins win. I'm going to go and take my daughter out of school. and
I'm
be
going to
with
get on a duck boat. I don't know how, but
I've-
I'll do it.
I've had my daughter home all week, not in school, because one, her teacher said that she has straight A's and she wouldn't have her kids in school. Two, it's been 40 degrees every day here in Canada, in Toronto, where in the area where I live. So they
dreadful.
have no air conditioning in the school. So keeping my daughter home.
Celsius.
It's been
My
driving me insane. That's
my
80 for you guys.
my daughter has been home since the 12th because they got out of school. But today, her and my niece and my wife and my mom drove to New York City. I have a house to myself until Saturday.
New Donk City.
New Donk.
Did you send? Are you gonna send them to the Nintendo store and get you some swag?
She is going to the Nintendo store, and I said, "Look out for some stuff for your dad." She went, "I got you,
That's
Dad."
right.
Or there's also the NHL store.
Oh, the
They have
NHL store. Maybe they'll be
they-
playing.
what
Maybe
you
they'll
can
be
get?
doing a Stanley Cup finals
Pez.
there.
You know what you can get at that store? You know that Bruins NHL '94 shirt I have?
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
from the
is
NHL
that there?
store.
All right.
That's where I got it here in Toronto. at the
I'll
NHL
shoot the
store.
wife a text message and I'll say, "Hey, can you get me an autograph from a C-level streamer that's probably sitting by the Dallas Stars merch, please? Thank you." I think you muted yourself, dummy.
I did. I can't believe they did that
I
to
can.
those people who attended.
I can. Some guys they're like playing the E-Show finals, and some guys like, "Excuse me, I'm trying to get that Nordique T-shirt that you're sitting in front of."
I'm
Thank you.
again, I love the casters, but like the light was in their eye. They didn't even position it and take into account that the light is going to shine through and hit the face. So they can't watch the game to commentate. Like
It was beautiful. It was
You
a
have
a
resources.
beautiful train wreck.
just go to Helix and Foxworld. Like there are places that do this.
Oh, you know what I did
God.
this weekend that I didn't say? I went to a Revolution game. And let me
You did?
tell you, the New England Revolution, whether you like soccer or not, people that go to a Revolution game will have a great time. They do such a good job providing just fun times for the fans. It was great. And what I like about Revolution games is A, half the stadium's full because no one cares about soccer in Massachusetts. B, tickets are super cheap. And C, if you don't want to tailgate after, we did, but if you don't want to tailgate after, there usually are not long lines in the parking lots like the Patriots, and you can just peace out. But I highly recommend going to a Revolution game. And again, they're super cheap. We sat in the corner, 100 level in the corner, like 10 rows up it was like $80 for all three of us. It was great. We had a great time.
Yeah, I forgot that we could have gone to that through like doing youth soccer.
Mm-hmm.
So next time.
We'll be there next year.
That's right.
Because this is her last year in youth soccer. And then she's off to high school, if you can
Oh
believe
my
that.
gosh.
Hey, Billy, how's high school?
Getting old.
Ben
Any
will be.
final thoughts for the folks out there before we say goodbye?
Carter Bedard rookie and Waba doesn't. That's my final thought. Suck it.
We don't know that yet.
Suck it.
My final thought is to everyone that thought that the Dallas Mavericks were a deeper team than the Boston Celtics, please stop watching basketball. Please log off the internet and realize that you are the biggest idiot in
Dude,
the room.
Okay, I know nothing about
Next.
basketball, but I saw that like clip that someone from Boston put together of like Shaq and like every analyst picking Mavericks. Yikes.
I don't understand. Oh my God, here I go. Here on my soapbox. I don't understand how you watch the best team in the NBA all season. They run through the East where they lose 2 games in the playoffs and then go, I think this 5th seed in the West is a lot deeper and we'll beat them in 5. My guys, you get paid to do this. You are horrible. Also, go Oilers. I hope Florida never wins anything ever again.
True.
Stupid state, stupid hockey teams, stupid Miami Heat. Cut that state off and let it float into the ocean. There you go. I said it. Come find me. Ron DeSantis, come find me.
I have no final thought or any thought.
Burrito.
Folks, if you had fun, please make sure to follow us at youtube.com/3dads on a console. You can find us on Twitter at 3dadspod, or you can check out all the awesome articles we are writing over at 3dadsconsole.com.
Yeet.
If you have fun, drop us a like, drop us a comment, let us know your favorite Celtics player in the comments. I obviously know all of them, so I'm gonna just make sure that you know all of them as
Let
well.
us know which state you hate the most.
That's true. And why it's
And why is it Oklahoma? Why is it the Yukon province?
We're talking to you, listener.
We're talking to you, Yukon.
All right,
Both-
folks. We'll see
Both
you.
in Canada and the University of Connecticut.
With that, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll miss you. Say back. Bye.